Okay, we have a bathtub here, and the edges around the side are getting a little dirty. The caulking across the side here. And we're going to clean that up. And the way we're going to clean it up is by removing it and then re-caulking the area. So we're going to go from this to this by removing all the old caulking and re-caulking it, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. These are the tools that I used for the project. I'm going to start by using these needle nose pliers and this caulk removal tool to start pulling at the existing caulk. And once we have it started, you can try gripping and just pulling away. Might even be able to do it by hand once you get it started. You might have to re-grab, but try to pull it away. The other thing you can do is, if you have one of these removal tools, is just sort of pick at it and peel it back. And if you're lucky, most of the caulk you're going to be able to peel back by hand. But you could also come across some caulking that's older, maybe hardened, that you might need to use some more extreme measures to get lifted off. Some of this is really tough to get out. I've been resorting to using the tool and a hammer. Okay, I've now pulled most of the caulk up. The only thing left is a residue across many of the areas here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this with a Goo Gone solution again, and then get a razor blade and come back and try to start scratching some of that off. We can start with some steel wool, and maybe even a razor blade to cut the residue off, peel off everything that we don't want on there. The razor blade appears to be working pretty well. After using a razor blade to clear away most of the stuff, we can finish it off with some steel wool just to clean out whatever extra residue is still here to get this nice and smooth. So we have a surface to put some new caulk in. And now I'm just laying a bead of caulk around the perimeter, and it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to correct the imperfections by coming back with an edging tool, which is going to scrape the excess caulk off and onto the edger. And here's another example of laying down a thick bead of caulk and then coming back with an edging tool, and we can see that there's excess. Some of it's left on some of the surface that we didn't necessarily want the caulk on. But we can go back and wipe off any of the excess caulk with a rag, or with coming back with the edging tool and scraping off the excess, and take off the caulk that we don't want laid down. If we have any excess that has dried, what we can do is we can cut off this excess using a razor blade. Just score it where we want the line to be, and then come across and scrape off any of the dried caulk that we don't want on. And here's the final result with the new caulk and the excess cut off.